Hello there, this is Dr. Dell again, and this is questions about 21st century math education. And there's a whole bunch of questions I'm answering, and this one is going to be question number 6. So I'm going to the PDF where I've got these questions, and you may have watched some of the videos on the first ones. If not, you'll probably enjoy watching them. And question 6 is, can you share a success story or a testimonial that illustrates the transformative impact of your math programs, meaning the Triad math, on students or on schools? Well, the answer to that question is yes. And in fact, I can share hundreds with you. We've been doing this for about 10 years now, Triad Math has, and we have a bunch of videos that Margie Abbott has done. Margie Abbott is a wonderful homeschool mom from Tennessee who also is a counselor for homeschoolers, worked with Home Life Academy for many years, which is an umbrella school, and recommended literally hundreds of students that were struggling with math and really giving up on it. We tried math and they became successful and they loved it. It actually started with her own. She had a son. She was a homeschool mom years and years ago. And she had a son who'd gone to the Army, military, got out, and wanted to become a welder. And he went and applied for some welding school programs. And he came back to his mom and, Mom, I can't pass the math to get in. You got to know some math to get into welding. And I don't know what to do. And she didn't know what to do. She says, well, I don't know. I've taught you whatever math I knew to do. She was using the old programs that were available at that time. And she didn't know what to do. And a friend of hers, not too long after that, said, Margie, have you heard of this Dr. Dell guy with Triad Math? And he teaches a lot of math, but he started with practical math. You heard of him? No. So she got a hold of me, contacted me, and decided to try it. And so at one point, I live in Indiana. She came to Bloomington, Indiana, and interviewed me. In fact, we did a bunch of videos, which she put on a webpage she's got, Old Math Crusade. Anyway, her son tried it. Now, he's an adult. He's out of the military, and he took my program, essentially 2 tiers, practical math, and he's amazing. He said, oh, I know it. Now I know practical math. And he went and he got in welding programs. He excelled and became a welder. He's got his own company now. And he said, if it hadn't been for the practical math that I learned from Dr. Dell, this never would have happened. Of course, I got my own success stories to tell. If you read the book, the How and Why book I've told you about on other videos. But I went ahead and we've got a bunch of testimonials. You go to triadmathinc.com/they said. And if you go there, there's some testimonials there. And I've got JL was a student of mine, and she gave me 2 different testimonials, one in the beginning, one later on. James Dewey was a student of mine in Florida. He went through all 6 tiers, and then he went for an interview with Air Force Academy, and they couldn't believe how much math he knew. They put him in with a bunch of juniors when he was just interviewing. He was 17 years old. Put him in with a bunch of juniors, Air Force Academy, and he knew more math than they did. How did you learn all this math? Tyler Hansen was another one. He went to a private school, but he took my math. Then he went to a private school, a really high quality one, and did so much better than his classmates because of what he had learned from me. Now, they taught him other things in the private school. We actually had a school in Maine, Grace Christian Academy. Aaron Farley was the headmaster, but also the math teacher. And he heard about our program and he used it for all of his students. And he couldn't believe it. And he gave me an interview fairly early into it. And then he gave me a second interview. And so if you want to hear what a math teacher and head of a math school thought about, you watch these interviews. Now, the truth of the matter is, the facts of the matter are, for you, if you're a student or if you're the parent of a student, or even if you're a teacher, teaching is the proof of the pudding is in doing it yourself. So you can look at all my testimonials. They're all legitimate. They're real people. In fact, Aaron Farley, if you're a teacher or a school and you're thinking about doing it with your school, Aaron Farley would be glad to talk to you. His school, by the way, is no longer in business because for various other reasons, nothing to do with math. It's not there now. But he would be glad, I'm pretty sure, would have an interview with you. The bottom line is, when you use my program, it's always guaranteed to work. I will not allow you to spend money on it if it doesn't work for you. That's whether you're an individual or maybe you're a co-op, want to do it with your students, or maybe you're a private school, or for the matter, we're beginning to talk to a couple of potential public schools. Okay? Who knows? Later on in question number 10, it's going to ask about my vision for the future. I'll talk about it then, but these are the success stories you can look at. But the only testimonial that really matters is going to be yours or your students. So that's what I urge you to do is go and join the program. I told you in the previous videos, either go to Triad Math and buy the program, or go to the Triad Math Tribe and sign up for it and use it risk-free for 30 days and get going on it. And if you do that, we'll get to know each other. You'll see me on a lot of videos. I also have a forum. I do Zoom meeting with parents and all that, and you'll learn about all that. So this is Craig Hain, Dr. Dell. Thanks for watching, and I will perhaps see you on some more videos. Bye-bye.